Happy Monday! Welcome back to reality. I know most of you are probably back in the office, and I don't know about you, but Mondays are always a little bit rough for me. So today's challenge is going to be perfect to help you ease back into your everyday life. So it's interesting because sometimes I don't like to say the word stress because I think sometimes when we hear the word, we kind of already start feeling anxious and a little bit stressed. So just bear with me today, and we're going to talk about how to actually reduce stress in your body. Now, it's our first real day of challenges, and we're starting with reducing stress because I truly believe that if we feel anxious, if we feel stressed, if we're not getting enough sleep, it doesn't matter how healthy we eat, how we move our body, how much we love our bodies, our body is just not going to be able to function in the way that we want it to because stress literally takes control of everything. I don't know how you're feeling today, but I know when I'm like super stressed out, my belly gets really bloated. I feel like my head is running around in like all these different directions. I can't concentrate. I have a hard time eating, and my digestion is completely off. Not to go too TMI into that, but stress really does take over your entire body. It changes your cells. It kind of changes the way that your body actually functions. So I'm really going to start with you today on reducing stress so that everything else that we add in during this week with all these other different healthy challenges actually feel better in your body. So the first thing is I want you to learn how to say no. So say it with me right now. No. It's so hard for women to say no. Like, even if our friends ask us to do something, if someone at work asks us to do something, our first reply is always like, yes. And we feel really excited about that yes until we look at our calendar, until we start looking at everything else in our life and realize, oh my God, I don't have time. And then we get into this whole tizzy feeling of not having enough time, feeling really anxious, and that just starts like a catalyst for the way that we feel. So I really want you to kind of say no this week, next week, the following week, especially if you really know that you don't want to do it. That we always get invited to things and we know deep down that's not really a yes. So a good way to practice that if saying no doesn't come really naturally is, thank you so much for the invite. Let me look at my calendar and get back to you. That can work with family, friends, even work obligations. Especially if they're just sending you calendar invites for meetings, you can always look at your calendar first and you can always decline. Don't always feel like you have to be showing up so much. Another thing is putting you on the calendar. Look at your next week, next month, let's look at January, and I want you to actually put your name on your calendar. Maybe it's at lunchtime, at 3 o'clock, maybe it's after work. Maybe you even take a whole Saturday to yourself and either get a babysitter or plan a day alone. Deep breathing is also really helpful. Yoga is really helpful. There's also a lot of foods that you can eat to reduce stress, like crunchy foods, almonds, carrots, celery. Crunch on those foods when you're feeling stressed. It releases stress in our jaw and your body feels better. That's a lot of times where we might be gumaholics. I used to chew a lot of gum when I was stressed out. But first of all, gum just really destroyed my jaw, and then I would get headaches. So instead of that, try getting some crunchy food in your body. And then join us over today in our Facebook group where we're going to talk a little bit more about deep breathing. I'm going to show you some meditations and things that you can do to reduce stress in your body. And also, your action step for the day is to eat some crunchy foods. So share with me a photo of you maybe having carrots, celery, cucumbers, almonds, anything crunchy to help reduce your stress and get you some healthy snacks into your belly and help you feel better this week. So see you soon over in our Facebook group. Bye!